Assalamualaikum and good morning. Today I am Nur Adriana Afrina will explain about approximate estimating, including its meaning, when it is used, its strategic importance and the factors that affect its reliability. So, first of all, what is approximate estimating? Approximate estimating is a method of predicting the likely cost of a project before detailed drawings and specifications are available. It uses limited project information together with data from similar past projects, standard cost rates or cost models to produce a rough estimate of the project cost. The purpose is not to provide an exact figure but to give decision makers a reasonable estimate that supports early planning use. When is approximate estimating used? Approximate estimating is mainly used during the early stages of a project, such as the feasibility study and conceptual design stage. At this point, detailed design information has not yet been complete, but clients still need an estimate to decide whether the project should proceed. It is also used when comparing different design options before investing time and money into detailed planning. Now, I will move to the strategic importance of early estimation. Firstly, assist in determining the project's financial feasibility. The first importance is helping determine whether the project is financially feasible. An early cost estimate allows the client or investors to compare the expected project costs with the available budget and expected financial returns. If the estimate costs exceed the available funds, the project scope can be adjusted, alternative solutions can be explored, or the project may even be postponed. This prevents costly decisions later in the project. Second, supports budgeting and cost planning at the early stage. Secondly, an early estimate provides a preliminary budget that helps clients allocate financial resources effectively. It also assists project managers in planning cash flow, preparing funding applications, and setting realistic financial expectations before detailed costing is carried out. Thirdly, helps compare and select the most economical design alternative. This enables the project team to choose the design that provides the best balance between cost, functionality, and performance while remaining within budget. And lastly, provides a basis for resource planning. This allows organizations to plan procurement, staffing, equipment allocation, and scheduling at an early stage, reducing the risk of resource shortage later in the project. So now I will move to the primary methods of approximate estimating. We have 4 methods that can be used. First is floor area method, where the cost is totaled by total floor area times cost per meter square. Second is cubic method, where cost equals to building volume times cost per meter cube. Third is story enclosure method, where cost is equals to enclosure area times weight cost rate. And lastly, unit method, where cost is equals to number of units times cost per unit. Method 1 is floor area, where the example is floor area is equals to 1,500 meter square and the cost rate is equals to 2,800 ringgit per meter square. So for the calculation, estimate cost is equals to 1,500 times 2,800 ringgit. And the estimated cost would be 4,200,000 ringgit. That is the answer for the estimated building cost from floor area method. So, second method is cubic. For the example, the length is 20 meter, the width is 15 meter, the height is 12 meter, and the cost rate is 500 ringgit per meter cube. Step 1. Calculate building volume. Volume is equal to 20 times 15 times 12 equals to 3,600 per meter cube. Step 2. Calculate estimated cost. estimated cost is equals to 3,600 times 900 ringgit. So the final answer for the estimated building is 3,240,000 ringgit. The third method is story enclosure, where the example is the story enclosure is 5,000 units. Cost rate is 650 ringgit per unit. The calculation would be estimated cost is equals to 5,000 times 650 ringgit, and the final answer for the estimated building cost would be 3,250,000 ringgit. And the last method is unit. The example given was number of units equals to 120 hospital beds. Cost per unit equals to 180,000 ringgit per bed. The calculation would be estimated cost equals 120 times 180,000 ringgit. Estimated cost equals to 21,600,000 ringgit. Although approximate estimates are useful, their reliability depends on several important factors. First, accuracy of project information. The first factor is the accuracy of project information. The quality of an estimate depends on the information available. If project requirement, scope, dimensions, or specifications are incomplete or inaccurate, the estimate may differ significantly from the final project cost. Therefore, more complete and accurate information generally leads to a more reliable estimate. Second, changes in material, labor, and equipment prices. Construction costs are constantly affected by inflation, market demand, supply shortage, fuel prices, and economic conditions. If the prices of materials, labor, or equipment increases after the estimate has been prepared, the final project cost may be much higher than originally estimated. And lastly, project complexity and site conditions. Projects with complex designs, advanced technologies, or difficult construction methods are generally more difficult to estimate accurately. These uncertainties reduce the accuracy of approximate estimates. So, in conclusion, approximate estimating is an essential tool used during the early stages of a project to predict construction costs before detailed information is available. It plays a strategic role by determining the project's financial feasibility, supporting early budgeting and cost planning, comparing the most economical design alternative, and lastly, providing a basis for resource planning. However, its reliability depends on the accuracy of project information, changes in construction costs, and the complexity of the project and site conditions. Thank you. That's all from me.